Hi everybody, I'm Corina. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My Facebook page is Corina Stefan Astrology and my website where you can book a session with me is www.corinastefanastrology.com. On April 26 at 5 o'clock 16 minutes a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, the new moon in Taurus brings us down to earth, steadily rooted in the reality of the five senses, and invites us to pay full attention to our earthly existence, taking in both its bliss and inherent limitations. We hear so often the affirmation, we are spiritual, infinite, and immortal beings having a human experience in a body made of flesh and bones. But do we really pay all the attention it deserves to this secondary element in the affirmation, that is our human nature? We tend to focus so much on all that transcends the body, on that spiritual, mysterious, and invisible force that seems to rule from above our lives with the precision of a Swiss clock. But are we really right in doing so? Don't we place too much responsibility on God's shoulders when it comes to the choices and decisions we make? We often forget that free will and the capacity to shape this reality as we wish it to be through thoughts or emotions is one of the strongest forces in the universe, obeyed by God Himself and the angels. This Taurus new moon reconnects us with our human side in such a healthy and necessary way. It feels almost like the cold, fresh water of a spring, after having wandered almost lost through the desert's heat in search of truth or illusions, chasing the fata morgana within our minds. The steady and gentle Taurus energy gives now a moment of peace, of safety and joy, when one can lie down on the dirt, sheltered by the cool shadow of a tree's green crown, or can wash their face in the crystal clear, reviving water. The touch of water feels so gentle and so safe that one can't ignore God's presence in it. And the resource of that spring or of that tree is perfectly stable, generous, and accessible, simply unshakable. The spring doesn't go anywhere, no matter how much water one might drink from it. The tree offers its shade to whoever needs it and asks for no tax on that shade. And precisely this is the fixed and steady energy of Taurus, a sign that symbolizes food, value, money, resources, talents, and romantic relationships, and all that ensures our physical continuity and emotional well-being every hour, every day, month, and year. So on this Taurus new moon, a natural question emerges. Why is the human body so highly ignored when it's actually a masterpiece of divine genius? What exactly doesn't allow us to appreciate the true value of the devoted and loving and generous way in which the body serves the spirit? This is one of the major themes activated in the next 28 days, so I invite you all to meditate upon it because it is essential. The body is the vehicle that helps us exist in this dimension so that we can honor our spiritual commitments, plans, and promises. The body deserves so much more respect and gratitude as it is the house of the spirit. Without the body we can achieve nothing in this dimension, so it would be wise to show more compassion to our human side, understanding how fragile and majestic it is at the same time. Everything depends on one breath and one heartbeat at the right moment, otherwise the thread of life breaks right there without any warning. So a highly compassionate and patient perspective on our human nature, chained and limited by fear, by pain and trauma, is the true gift of this Taurus new moon. I recommend taking a break from all that is currently draining you or forces you to delay important needs or desires. Focus your attention and energy inwards, taking all the time you need to reconnect with that which defines you and gives you consistency in this world. So in the next month you can ask yourselves what exactly gives you joy, love, security, comfort, abundance, and well-being. What nurtures your vitality? When do you feel most alive? And then you can start building your future around this indestructible core, which should feel so valuable and real to you, that is comparable to the very vital force within your body that keeps you alive through millions of finely tuned chemical processes and reactions. Give yourselves time to enjoy a delicious, carefully cooked meal, or to listen to a nightingale's song, or to a soprano voice that can take you high among the stars. Find some moments to smell a wisteria flower and become drunk with its beauty and scent. Taurus is the sign of sensorial pleasure, of aesthetics and art, so feel free to add beauty and harmony to your life, starting with the body and the home and ending up with interpersonal relationships. Allow this highly artistic touch miraculously transform the reality around you, and be patient with you. Engage on the path of organic growth, slow but with no stops, like a tree or like a baby, and indulge yourselves in a daily ritual of beauty, safety, and love, just like a baby fed by his mother and constantly observed not to lack anything. We've received this blessed pause to prepare ourselves for the challenges to come, so be meticulous about those preparations. Venus, the ruling planet of this new lunar cycle, is still in Pisces, conjuncting Chiron, so the universe gently whispers in our ear that it is time to do some healing for our hearts and the feminine, vulnerable side. It is wise to pay attention to our intuition so that we don't take the wrong route. We have an opportunity to deeply explore the invisible connection between us and the others and even the entire planet Earth, understanding how needed empathy and compassion are. Everything is interconnected in this huge network of destinies, and what we do to others, we actually do to ourselves. The square between Venus in Pisces and Saturn in Sagittarius is still active, suggesting that we need to act in a responsible and mature way when relating to others and ourselves. So you can be honest and admit what your choice really is. You can assert your perspective with rigidity, insisting on your right of having expectations and feeling disappointed or badly shaken when those expectations are not fulfilled by others. Or you can become truly authentic, taking all the responsibility for your choices or expectations, good or bad, without accusing others of any limitations, incapacities, or of simply not being good enough. Saturn demands from us the naked truth and an objective, almost scientific attitude so that we can observe our incongruencies, lies, or actions of self-sabotage. We have the chance to open our eyes wide and get a precise evaluation that gives us the right diagnosis and an effective treatment against immature and fluctuant attitudes. So Pluto in Capricorn stations until May 2nd, its energy being super amplified these days. It is time to be fully present and engaged in unveiling all that haunts or upsets you. You need to illuminate unconscious darkness with the light of reason. So start digging out all that still causes you torment or keeps you stuck in one place. And don't be afraid if you dig out some bones or some horrible emotions. This work of emotional archaeology is not nice, but it's necessary. And now is the right moment to release toxic ways of being in relationships to others and to yourself. And any form of therapy is more than welcome. The caterpillar is about to fly for the first time, and if you are lucky enough to find a friend or a therapist that can hold your hand tight during this terrifying process, explaining you why your wings are growing and what color they are, then the process is going to be easier to deal with. Thank you very much, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.